So, for the last several years under Justin Trudeau, hunters and anglers have been left out in the dark in terms of public policy making in Ottawa. And this is really important, especially when it comes to Canada's environmental policy. Hunters and anglers are some of the most responsible Canadians in terms of protecting Canada's natural heritage, be it from things like wetland restoration or preservation, to protecting Canada's natural waterways, or to, monitoring and ensuring that species at risk are protected. But those voices have been left out in the dark because one of the first things that Justin Trudeau Liberal government did was to abolish the Hunting and Angling Advisory Panel. And today, the Conservative Party of Canada announced that we would restore this panel so that millions of people across Canada, including First Nations and Indigenous persons who participate in hunting and angling, will have a voice at the table. Now, I'm joined today by someone who I just think is a fantastic person, and we're really lucky to have her as a candidate. Andrea Johnson is the Conservative Party of Canada's candidate in the riding of Fredericton. Now, Andrea, this announcement means a lot to you, and I was hoping you could tell people about your background, what you do, and what this announcement means for the broader community in Canada.
Thank you, Michelle. This announcement is huge. For me and my family growing up, I literally have spent probably accumulation of years in the woods and in the water. Growing up, we didn't have a lot of money, and at any point in time, you could have found deer, rabbit, trout, pheasant, everything in our freezer, and it's what we ate as a family. And it wasn't so much out of a necessity for us. Well, it was, but at the same time, it was also extremely valuable time that we spent together as a family. Today, it is also huge for everyone, especially in this area. We have a lot of rural aspects to this riding, and hunting is a very important component to sustainable resource management, and I think that doesn't get enough notice. It also, contributes billions and billions of dollars to the Canadian economy. Here, especially, I have a lot of really close friends and a lot of constituents in this area that rely on their guiding and outfitting business. So to have this important concentration on this panel being reinstated is huge for people in my area.
So this is something that you actually have participated in terms of business as well, right? Like you've acted as a guide before, and this is something that's part of your life.
Yep, I'm an avid hunter and a fisher, and I'm a licensed guide as well.
That's awesome. I think that's just phenomenal. Now, talking about tactics over the next few weeks. Look, I'll be very blunt. Your riding in Fredericton it's a hotly contested race, and it's one of the seats that we need to win in order to form a majority Conservative government. Can you tell the viewers here a little bit about what's happening in your riding and the race, and really what the next couple of weeks look like for you?
Here, it is a ground game. It is the next few weeks, as have been the last 6-8 weeks. It is a ground game. We are out every single day knocking doors. We understand that is how this election is going to be won, is meeting as many people as we can. It is tight. It is more than likely going to be a three-way race between the Greens and the Liberals. We did have a provincial election a year ago, and our current PC Premier is doing a fantastic job moving the provincial agenda forward. And so we're hoping that momentum continues here federally as well.
So what I've seen is you're basically neck and neck with the Liberal incumbent right now, like you're virtually tied. Yes. So everything that you're doing, every door that you knock makes a big difference. And I guess what I'm going to do, Andrea, is make an appeal to anybody who's watching this today and just say, look, if you are watching this, if you especially if you're part of the hunting and angling community, Andrea is just such an incredible voice, both for the protection of Canada's environment, given her experience, but also for the community writ large. And I also think you're going to be a very strong voice in Ottawa for the community. You need to support Andrea. in a riding like Andrea's, it's won or lost based on, a couple of votes. And so what I'm asking you to do today is to actually help Andrea financially. Even if it's $5, if it's $10, all of that goes to helping Andrea reach every single person in that riding. And Andrea is up against a very well-funded Liberal campaign. The Liberal Party are throwing everything at her. She is a strong, articulate, talented woman, and we know how that goes within the Liberal Party of Canada, but they are throwing everything that they can to make sure that she doesn't win. And now I'm asking you, people who are watching, to make sure that she does. If you're in the Fredericton area, make sure you give her a call, her campaign office a call, and more importantly, if you're watching from across the country, please donate. The link to Andrea's donation is up on the donation page is up on the top of this Facebook post. And yeah, again, if you're in the Fredericton area, get out, help her canvass, help her make some phone calls, and more importantly, we need you to donate. Please don't wake up on October 22nd thinking, oh, I wish I could have given $10 and helped somebody like Andrea out. We need every bit of money on the ground in campaigns like Fredericton in order to make this work. So Andrea, thank you to you and your team for working so hard, especially for me here in Calgary. My community doesn't get back to work unless you win these seats. So we're rooting for you. We're working hard. And it's just really an incredible pleasure for me to see someone as strong as you and our candidates across the country working hard.
Thank you so much.
Working hard for you in Calgary and Fredericton.
Yes.
Have a great day.